So I'll be in the bathroom or something, right? And this person upstairs at 4 in the morning will start knocking and talking about do the events like you're Chinese, you're Chinese. There's a board upstairs up there. Like what? Get back to the apartment. Yell through the vents. You're Chinese, you're Chinese. I'm like, dude, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Welcome back to the Ingram Angle.
I'm like, that is disgusting.
A historic peace deal between Israel and the United Arab Emirates yesterday.
And she's like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm terror of this, I'm terror. And she's not saying that. She's actually that. She's actually taking like her call signals or whatever from the terror networks. I'm talking about like actually taking them like from the obligatory terror networks. I was like that. Because, you know, I can go on and on about the whole schedule and how Paladin was like, oh, you know what, we have tapes watching, trying to play me for like, oh, I'm like I'm some type of like new school, you know, just playing a discrimination role against me, like, we're gonna label you as crazy and stuff like that, and we're gonna tell you a lie right to your face and stuff like that. Hey, you know what? You know, I was sit up here and welcome to Sacramento. This is how we're gonna treat you. Here, this is first blood in order of its in. And by the way, the Vietnamese are gonna do it to you too. And like on that level, I'm like, damn. I'm like, shit. I thought I was in '81 or something like that. I'm like, damn. I thought Hunter Green was out. I guess I mean something like that. I mean, and so I mean, like, oh, you know, so Paladin's sitting up here, we're taping her or stuff like that. Whether, and I'm like, okay, and I read it off like, okay, well, you can be sitting there lying to my face, but I know that, you know, if someone's watching me, or if I'm some Truman Show, then obviously they have whatever technology on this whole piece of crap up here. You know, whether you smart, whether, you know, saying right, you know, the person who turns people gay, right? I'll call it the person who turns people gay. Like, no, I'd rather be gay if we were the last two people on Earth. No, I would just wither away and die. You know what I mean? And that's it. And forget repopulating. Never. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like wishing you were a Cherokee so you could run to the other ends of the under the continent and like be like, damn, if I had them wheels to get away from you. And I'm like, just like that. I'm not like that. I would say like that, man. You know what I mean? And it was a, oh, well, you know what? He's racist. And she says through the events when I get back, you're Chinese, and stuff like that. Taps like this. Like this, you know, I'm like, what is that? You know, within the context, right? And so, okay, so Paladin claims that they were, taping, right? And so I'm like, well, Paladin claims they're taping. Where's the admissible evidence, or where is the evidence derivative to make a derivative of justice now? I said, so that's full of bull. That's totally injustice. That's full of crap. That in itself is a lawsuit in itself. You know what I'm saying? Oh, lawsuit? You talking about forecast lawsuit? Oh, then I'll bring in Facebook Zillow. Oh, then you know what? Would you be willing to accept the house? Like, no, my condo, yeah. Budget with a best looking person in the building. Yeah, that, you know what I mean? Help too, like that. Like, that's too bad, and like that, and all this other crap. And so, and you never, and the only reason you say that is because there's a stark difference. You know what I mean? There's a stark difference, and it's like, and so it's like, you know, and so it was like, you know, whether the guy over here was like, oh, you went career, or he's going career, or like he was here for me, and he's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that, or something, or whether it's just, you know, fucking Bleach, Utah, you know, it's just like, oh, you know what, such and such. We just need you to clean. We're not going to give you anything in return, and such and such. And by the way, that wasn't you. That wasn't actually me because of the backpacks. That wasn't actually me. You know what I mean? And so, and let's see, I put a look on her face, we like smiling at you. With your title log, you realize you do have power and stuff like that. with your silent, homeowners need to realize they do have power. The way you stole it is the way it got stolen back from you. You know what I mean? The way you stole the title to you is the way it got stolen back from you. You get how that is? Oh, no ass on ass.
Just take a moment to look at that.
Stupid commercial. This millennial is dumb. Dude, that's a fucking run. You look like mayonnaise that needs fucking
Attention, the makers of Roundup have set aside over $10 billion for victims of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
If you use Roundup and were then diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
Call us
That's
right
it.
now.
And that's not it, but that's it. You sit up here and you say someone throws a joint into your balcony. They actually throw a joint into your balcony. Like, what is this, dude? What are you trying to throw? Fucking a lace? Fucking what is this? The military? Oh, you know, well, we're just gonna essentially we're gonna still terrorize you anyway, and so then we sell our services and stuff like that. And maybe it's Biden, maybe it's Kamala Harris, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's like something I'd rather be like, hey, you know what, we're running back because the statistics show that, hey, you know what, in a day, he's up and look, someone did about my birds, I guess such and such, because they're doing inundations on Instagram or something like that, or whatever social crap app. And like fucking, you know, and so all of a sudden up by 39 points, something like that. My only interest is cheesecake, no dental, and free and welfare living. That's the only interest Lord have. Nothing else piques her interest at all. And she sings like a fucking what do you call it? A tortured horse. A tortured horse. And it looks like one too when she's singing probably. Yeah, I think so. I think I've seen her. Yeah, I mean, and like, I was like, damn, I'm jealous. I'm like, that's kind of like, and she's like, I'm trying to preserve my talent and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, you're already 2,000 years old. I mean, what are you waiting for at this point? You know what I mean?